It's 10:30 a.m. and time for Prime Flash on My Media Prime with me, Audrey Zatsa. After his tour in Yaoundé and Douala, the AFCON Total Energy mascot Mola arrived in the southwest region yesterday. Beginning his tour in Boye and Limbe Dentiko, circulation was interrupted as the African Cup of Nations mascot paraded the streets highly populated and guarded by defense forces. With a fanfare, the population turned out massively to welcome Mola to Vietown. The Mola mascot tour began on December 9, 2021 at the Yaoundé Multipurpose Sports Complex. It will be done in the 10 regions of the country. Ahead of the AFCON Total Energy 2021, the host country, Cameroon, has paraded some team buses. The 12 buses which are set to be ready were shown off, starting with Cameroon, Egypt, Gambia, Ethiopia, Mali, Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Conakry, Sudan, and Algeria. Football fans in the southwest region of the country have been reassured of their protection towards or during the upcoming AFCON 2021. This reassurance was made over the weekend by the commander in charge of the 2nd Military Region, Brigadier General Eba Benwe, in a joint military meeting at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium. Our reporter, Katrin Ekongwe.
As the AFCON days draw closer, the football-loving population of the southwest region of Cameroon has been reassured of their safety and protection during the AFCON 2021 games come January 9, with Limbe being one of the host cities of the games. The reassurance was made by the commander in charge of the 2nd Military Region, Brigadier General Eba Benwe, while presiding over a joint maneuver of the military and paramilitary forces at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium to demonstrate the readiness of the forces of law and order to intervene in case of any eventuality that may arise during the games. This exercise is in preparation of the AFCON Games come January 9, 2021. During the AFCON, there are possibilities of a terrorist attack in the stadium. The forces of law and order should be up to the task to deal with the attacks. That is why we organized this exercise. The demonstration began with the military showing how to intervene in case of terrorist attack during the football match. The stakeholders also depicted how to rescue the team taken hostage and how to secure and neutralize suspected zone planted with bombs. The exercise took place under the watchful presence of the Secretary General to the Southwest Governor's Office, Acha Gilbert, alongside top military officials and administrative officials of the region.
The exercise that has been carried out this afternoon is to show to the public and to the entire world that Cameroon is very ready. We are ready to ensure the security of the competition. So the various compositions of what happened this morning was a kind of demonstration of the force that we had, so that we had prepared, and the various participants who are taking place in the security aspect of the field is assured.
With the rise in the number of attacks in the southwest region recently and the detonation of artisanal bombs becoming very popular, security is of utmost importance in this area.
Still in the southwest region, the mayor of the Idinao Council, Tonde Lifanje Gabriel, has lined up a series of infrastructure projects that he intends to realize for the benefit of the over 50,000 inhabitants of the West Coast Municipality of Fako Division, Southwest Region. Amongst them, a number of low-cost housings to be financed by FACOM, a new bridge that shall replace the age-old German bridge, which presently links the main settlement area at Idinao and the bee camp located around or across the iconic stream at the entrance to the sea. Over in the Northwest region, the Nginicom Council in Boyo Division, Northwest region, has voted a sum of over 744 million francs CFA to carry out developmental projects in the area for the year 2022. This was during an extraordinary session of the council which took place over the weekend, chaired by the mayor of the Njinicom Council, Young Samuel. Charles Kebwa.
An extraordinary council session of the Njinicom Council in Boyo Division of the Northwest held at the Njinicom Council Chambers December 10, 2021 to deliberate and adopt the 2022 Njinicom Council budget. Addressing councillors, Mayor Young Samuel Lu of the Njinicom Council regret the non-collection of local taxes in the municipality caused by the heavy presence of separatist fighters in the council area. Though the council executed projects for the development of the council area, it should be noted following the recent ranking of councils in the Northwest, the Njinicom Council came 11 and dream working towards the first position come 2022.
Following the recent ranking of councils for the region, Njinicom Council took the 11th position. And my dream for 2022 is that we should come up first. I know that last year we started off a bit late, but I want to think that all the errors of the past will be corrected. And the rest assured, I want to assure you, Mr. Journalist, Mr. Delegate, that next time around, Njinicom will not, if we are not the first, we should be second or third at least.
Njinicom Council doing all in the fight against the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. The council showing concern towards the development of the municipality. Councillors voted Njinicom Council budget for 2022, which balances in revenue and expenditure to over 744 million.
We are just from the 2022 budgeting session for Njinicom Council, and we have come up with an envelope of over 744 million francs. And the intention is that if this budget is realized, we are going to construct hospitals, equip hospitals, construct roads, and even get into schools and see how we can really improve on farm-to-market roads. Our intention too is to see how we can empower the youths by way of supporting them to get onto kind of startups so that they can have something doing for themselves.
Young Samuel Lu urged the Njinicom councillors and other stakeholders to continue educating those in the bushes, especially the young ones, to see the need for development and peace for the council to realize its projects on record time. With the social crisis being a shabby block enhancing development, the mayor enjoined the councillors they have to work hard so as to overcome some of the difficulties the council witnessed in the execution of the council's activities in the just ending financial year.
Back to the Southwest region, where a 5-month campaign on media literacy and disinformation on social media has been launched in the region by a non-governmental organization called Sister Speak 237. The campaign that brought together 46 youths and social media influencers is a project sponsored by the U.S. Embassy in Yaoundé. Clarice Ekowe.
Social media platforms are increasingly becoming a popular ground for disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. Youth constitute a greater percentage of active social media users who very often ignorantly consume and disseminate such information as they lack media literacy skills to fact-check.
As a participant in this particular workshop, I've learned about misinformation. I find a lot of examples that were cited during the workshop of, people being injured, people emotionally affected by the wrong information we put out there.
As a journalist, I think that fact-checking has come into play, because I will not just get information and say, oh, let me just go and share or talk about it.
Gathered in Boya and under the canopy of Sister Speak 237, these are some 46 youths and social media influencers who receive training on how to access and share truthful information.
For a campaign like this, which is intended to counter the spread of disinformation, art is a very potent tool. I succeeded to draw the attendants' attention to the value and to the necessity to use art and how they could achieve this by focusing on the root of the problem.
Speaking during this seminar, the coordinator of Sister Speak 237, Comfort Musa, said that the project, which is being sponsored by the U.S. Embassy in Yaoundé, will engage these youth leaders over a period of 4 months in order to promote media literacy and how to counter disinformation.
Engage their friends actively online and offline, sharing the lessons that they have learned, challenging other youths, to seek and share correct information, and they will do this through different social media contests that we will launch from January till April.
With this training coming at a time when the armed conflict in the southwest and northwest region is being fueled by disinformation on social media platforms, it is hoped that participants through this training will be able to counter disinformation while engaging their peers in consolidating peace, social cohesion, and living together.
We now talk about education in Yaoundé. Over 100 students have matriculated at the Kelden Bilingual Higher Institute of Professional Studies for the 2021-2022 academic year. The students were sworn in during the 4th matriculation ceremony, which took place recently in Yaoundé. Now, all the students who were sworn in during the 4th matriculation ceremony, which took place recently in Yaoundé, are now officially admitted into the schools of medicine, transport and logistics and accounting. Details in the following report.
It was a great moment for the Kelden Bilingual Higher Institute of Professional Studies, abbreviated as KEPHIPS, as it welcomed its students into the schools of medicine, logistics and transport and accounting. The ceremony, which took place at the Embassy in the nation's capital on Friday, December 10, 2021, was presided over by the founder, Leila Linus, whom, on delivering the keynote address, stressed on the importance of giving a helping hand to the newly admitted students in their goals towards entrepreneurship.
Those of us here seated beside me are already having their own future. I want to pray and create an influence that will help this young career have a future tomorrow. Besides training our students like professionals, people have also engaged and embarked on a journey of making them entrepreneurs. That is our goal. They should be able to live here. Besides having their diplomas as professionals, they should be able to create small and medium-sized enterprises.
Dubbed the batch of pace setters, the over 100 freshmen processed into the hall, dressed in their white and suit attires under the admirative eyes of invitees, parents, and KEPHIPS staff present before taking the matriculation oath. The occasion was marked by the presence of Mebo Jean-Marie, representing the Ministry of Higher Education.
I'm very happy to be here today. It is not easy for the state to organize everything himself. That's why when we have the promoter who want to help the state, we are happy. We have to prove them we are together.
The institution, which is under the University of Bamenda, equally saw the attendance of the Director of Academic Affairs.
Institute is under our mentorship. We are the one mentoring it. So it is very important to follow them like a young child that you are following right from birth to maturity. So as we are mentoring them, we are following them every step to be sure that they are doing the right thing.
A prayer was raised in favor of victims of the crisis in the restive English-speaking regions. Amongst the highlights of the ceremony was the distribution of admission letters and school handbooks, the passage of Miss and Master KEPHIPS, a series of cultural dances, ballet, comedy, singing by KEPHIPS choir members, the awarding of prizes to several students and teachers for their commitment and dedication to work, and the handing of the Director's Cup before refreshment. With this ceremony in line with government's education policy, the Kelden Bilingual Higher Institute of Professional Studies promises to be a reference in Cameroon's educational milieu.
Best candidates in the 2020-2021 official examination sessions in the Adamawa region have received diplomas of excellence for their academic efforts. The diplomas were handed over by authorities in the region during an event which took place at Lycée Classique et Moderne of Ngwa on December 13. Eileen Sama.
The beneficiaries of the Excellence Award are students who made it at the BAPC, Poba 3, Baccalaureate and KPM exams of the 2020-2021 academic year. Nationally, Lycée Le Printemps Ngwa occupied the first position at the bilingual BAPC with 16.30 average on 20 obtained by one of its students. I want to say thank you to the Minister of Secondary Education for this wonderful initiative to honor me with this award of excellence, and I would like to encourage other students because if I emerged first, it was due to hard work. For the founder of this Lycée private school, the first factor to consider as a student in order to succeed is confidence and hard work. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate all the laureates and the principal as well as the entire team for the hard work. I say thanks to the regional delegation, the regional department and administrative authorities, religious and traditional as well, for all their support rendered to us. One word I would say is hard work, because hard work breeds excellence. Regionally, Collège Zen de Mazono occupied the first position at the BAPC exams, and Lycée Technique de Ngwa occupied the first in industrial studies. While congratulating the laureates, the divisional delegate of secondary education for the VINA exhorted the beneficiaries to continue in this light.
Vous avez vu les rangs que nos lauréats ont occupés en termes du classement
You have
national.
seen to yourself what the laureates have achieved, occupying the best positions at the national level, and we would like to maintain that at the regional level as well.
Davantage des meilleurs rangs au niveau national, mais de nous maintenir également au niveau régional.
The event ended in high ambience to spur the students to keep working hard.
And out of the country in Gambia, following Adama Barrow's re-election as president of the country on December 4, the party of Gambian opposition leader Usainu Darboe has announced an appeal to the Supreme Court to annul the proclaimed re-election of Gambia's president, accusing him of multiple irregularities, including vote buying. The announcement was made on Tuesday, December 14. In this appeal to the Supreme Court, he accuses Mr. Barrow and supporters of having distributed money or gifts in various villages and claims that Barrow's party, the National People's Party, has infiltrated the Electoral Commission. In Haiti, at least 60 persons are reported to have died and dozens injured after a truck carrying fuel exploded in the northern city of the capital. The explosion occurred just after midnight on Tuesday, December 14, 2021. According to officials, the truck driver lost control as it swerved to avoid a motorcycle taxi, and the tanker flipped over. Survivors are currently under medical care, while authorities have called for additional supplies and staff to help treat the victims. That was it for today's edition of Prime Flash with me, produced by Ngwa, Desmond. Thanks for watching. You have details and more stories in our 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinta. Coming up next is In the House with Eileen Sama and her ladies. Have a nice time. Bye.